Hello, I'm Lori Jonas from Living Marvelously, and today I want to share a blog post I wrote about why I started Living Marvelously. Here we go. I started the blog Living Marvelously in November of 2018. It was the year before my youngest child finished college and moved away to begin his new job. But I actually started preparing for my blog probably 16 years before that. And here's the story of why I started Living Marvelously. In 2002, my mom was diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer that had gone to her brain. She tried gamma radiation, but it was too much for her body to endure. So for 4 weeks, my siblings and I took turns staying with her and helping her when she needed it. And during those times, I had a lot of time to think because the crazy energy of my three young kids was at home with my husband. But during my quiet moments, I thought about the last few years of my mom's life. She was always having fun when she was out with her kids, dad, or her friends. She loved people and she had a way of always making them feel special. But we discovered that when she was home alone, she turned to alcohol. She never told us, but my guess is that she didn't know what to do with all the changes that were happening in her life. Her six kids were all living independent lives. Her body and her health was changing. She wasn't sure what her priorities were, and she didn't know how to pin down her desires and make them happen. My mom didn't realize that she had a say in what she could do. She didn't have to meet anyone else's expectations, and she had the power to create her own expectations for herself. So she got help with her drinking, but it was too late because her cancer returned and she passed away at the young age of 66. I could see that I could easily take on these same beliefs and expectations my mom had, but I decided that would not be my path or my children's path. So for 20 years, I have been reading, learning, and practicing using the power of my mind and spirit to live a life I love. I recently got certified through Mike Dooley to teach the principles of his infinite possibilities and playing the Matrix books. It's been an incredible platform to launch all I want to share. There have been bumps along the way, but that's life after all. But with my knowledge, I know how to process them and I can remain present with what is happening. Things like figuring out what job was best for me and learning from each one, experimenting with diets and how to appreciate my body in the stage it is in today, having my dad live in our home for 14 years, helping to orchestrate my dad's diagnosis with dementia and all the care and administration that it takes, navigating life without my kids at home or even nearby, dealing with how different parenting is now, becoming a grandma and appreciating every moment I have with my grandson, supporting my son and daughter-in-law as they cared for their baby in the NICU for 93 days, rediscovering my relationship with my husband as empty nesters, and not giving up on living marvelously as I go through the struggles of entrepreneurship. But now that my kids are out of the house and leading independent lives, I have time to share what I've learned with you. And even though I started this route 20 years ago, it's never too late for you to start. I know you can use the power of your mind and the universe to create a life you love now, just like I chose to do 20 years ago, and I know how to help you do it. So many aspects of my life are wonderful. Maybe you feel that way too. And yet, even with this awesomeness, I have more dreams and desires left to manifest. Can you relate to that? I'm clear that we are here to live and have adventures today and for the rest of our lives. And I love that my truth does not include worrying about what others think or living up to the expectations of others or hiding from what I want to do. And I know the universe is conspiring on my behalf and wants me to have all I desire. Things like having a regular travel schedule to beautiful places, teaching and speaking to audiences around the world, time with my children and grandchildren to create lots more memories, having fun with family and friends, pursuing dreams with my husband that continues to make our life beautiful. I also love knowing that it's never too late to discover your truth and live it fully with whatever days you have remaining. So do you have desires within you that you aren't sure how to manifest? Is there a different path you want to be on? Are you waiting for someone else to make your dreams come true? Are you overwhelmed with all the changes that happen in midlife and need some guidance to push through them? There is no guarantee that my mom would have lived longer had she realized had someone to talk to about how she was feeling and taken steps to live a more fulfilling life. But those last few years could have been much more enjoyable. I would have loved a few more quality times with my funny, loving, crazy, beautiful mom. I miss her a lot. It's really in honor of my mom that I live and work the way I do now, and why I started Living Marvelously. I will continue to learn, write, and share how to create a life I love. But most importantly, I will live that life for me, my mom, and my kids, and as an example for others. I'm going to keep living marvelously. I'd love to help you live marvelously too. Let's connect and see what may be currently keeping you from living your most profound truth, and shift whatever holds you back so you can live and die well with no regrets marvelously. Check out the links below and we can connect, or follow me. Subscribe to this channel and find more of my blog posts.